Hello, this is Fail with Just One More Project, and I am finally back with another tutorial. My kids were home all summer, so that took up a lot of my time. But okay, so let's go ahead and do a super duper simple tutorial. These are Halloween name tags, meant to be tags for trick-or-treat bags. I don't know about you guys, but in my house, our trick-or-treat bags are labeled because nobody is allowed to steal candy. So these bag tags are super cute, and these are available in my monthly subscription in the month of September. So if you are a project member, then you get these files for free. If you're not, I will put a link below so you guys can access these files for free. If it's past September, then you can still get these files for 50% off if you are a project member. So let's go ahead and jump to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in, and the reason I'm doing this tutorial is because this particular name tag has kind of like a curved space for a name. And yeah, you can probably just like plop a name in there and do a straight line, but it's not going to look as good. So I'm going to show you two ways to curve the name so that you can engrave it and it'll still look like it's really nicely done. The first way to do this, you want to go ahead and select your ellipse tool and just kind of eyeball a circle that is the same size as the name tag. So I think I'm just going to go right around there. That's about the same size. I'm going to say sure. But then I'm going to move it down, and that is going to serve as your line to type text on. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select my text tool, but I'm not going to or my type tool. I'm not going to just select the regular type tool. I'm going to hit this little arrow at the bottom, and I am going to select type on a path tool. And it's the one with the T kind of going down on a slide. So let's go ahead and select that. And then you're going to get this little icon that has the same slide on it. And then you're just going to select anywhere on that path that you created. Okay. So I'm going to select right here. And then you'll see as soon as I did that, all of this gibberish text showed up. And let's go ahead and type in, okay, so a friend of mine just had a baby named Quinn, and we're going to go ahead with Quinn as the name. Okay, so now you can see that the text started here. That's not what I wanted. I wanted it to be right here. So let's zoom in so you can see all these little arrows. So this right here there's a couple of different lines on here that you have to pay attention to, okay? So when you type on a path, you have a couple of lines on the path that kind of like are your guiding lines. So this line right here where the text starts is where the text is going to start on that path. This other line right here is where the text is going to end. So for example, this path, this text is going to go all the way around and it's going to end here. Now if I moved this, and make sure you have your direct selection selected, if I move this all the way around, I could say I want my text to end right there. Okay, so now my text is going to start here and end here. And if I want to move this over and have my text start here, I can do that too. But now the text is kind of upside down and not what we want, right? So there's another line over here that will move the text from the outside of the path or the inside of the path. So what you're going to do is, it's kind of finicky, but make sure you have your direct selection selected and select on the line, and you're just going to pull it down. Oh, no, that's not the one. It's this one. You're just going to pull it down. And when I did that, see that now my text has moved. So I'm going to do it again. I'm going to pull it back out. And when I do that, the text is on this side. So let me show you again. Okay, see that right there? So now I've got my text starting here, and where's my ending text? Oops, nope, see, it's right there. And I can move this over. The ending one doesn't really matter as much, unless you're writing all the way around your path. Oops, I told you, it's super finicky, so bear with me. Okay, so I'm gonna move this all the way around, and I want it to end like right there, okay? And I'm gonna bring that over. And I like that. And now a trick when you're doing a circle and you don't really like how this looks, let's just move the circle over. Now I do want my text to look a little different, so let's go ahead and play with the fonts. Whoops. And I'm going to move this over as I make it bigger. Okay, so now I'm going to hit my selection tool and double click on my text, make sure it's highlighted, and let's go over and find a fun text. I could do this all day. I'm sure you've seen me in a million videos where I'm just scrolling through fonts trying to find the one I like. Okay, so let's go ahead and position that where we want it. I like that, and now you can see that it's kind of on that curve, so it looks a little bit better than just a flat straight line, which looks boring. Okay, so let's make sure that this is this is ready for the laser. So we're going to go to Object, Expand, hit OK, and now you've got a path around every single one. I'm going to make that a compound path, and that is good to go. And I'm going to leave it as a fill because I want it to be engraved. And that is one way of making a curved name. So the other way is I'm going to go ahead and select my line segment tool, and we're going to do this. We're going to click where we want our line, and this is a line. Okay, it's a straight line. I'm holding down shift because I want it to be a straight line. I'm just going to draw a line there, and then I'm going to go ahead and select my pen tool and hit the little arrow underneath it so I can get the options, and I'm going to hit this anchor point tool right here. And when I do that, what's going to happen, I'm going to click right in the middle, and it's going to curve it. So I'll show you again. Once I select that tool and I select a point on the path, you're going to see that the icon has turned into like a little kind of curved, I don't know what to call it, a curved line. So once you do that, you can select your path and just pull it down. And then you can adjust it by using the handles. And I lost my path. And you can't see it because it's all white. So if that drives you nuts, you can turn it black, and there you go. So I'm going to click on it again. I'm going to adjust the handles just a bit. You can do that. You don't have to if you don't want to. And now you've created a path to write on. So same deal. You can click type on a path, and I'm going to select the path, and there we go. And now same thing. You're going to see all those same lines that we saw earlier. So this is where your text will start. And now you can see as I keep going, it's going to remove the text near the end. So this is where that end point is right here. So why don't we call it bail? Because, maybe I'll get a trick-or-treat bag this year. I doubt it. I do eat my kids' candy, though, as soon as they go to bed. So, yeah, they don't know that. Okay, so I'm going to put that there. And let's hit my selection tool and move that over. And that is nice and curved. And now let's create path lines around it by Object, Expand, Compound Path, and there you go. So that was 2 ways to make text on a curved line. If you like these tutorials, feel free to subscribe. I try to get tutorials out every week. I say I try. I do have kids, and they drive me nuts. So I do get these out as much as I can. But if you do want to learn more, make sure that you find the links for Project Academy, where I teach you all the things you need to know to make laser files. If you're interested in Project Members, which is the monthly SVG file membership for laser files, I will also have info below for that. Okay, thanks. Bye-bye.